Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Senzu Pop channel. To say that I know a bit about the Goku Black Wish deck, it's a little bit of an understatement because I've been playing it for quite some time. I love the mechanics, I love how it's being played, and it has become one of my main decks to play. I've been getting quite a lot of requests to do an updated deck profile for this deck, so I thought when it comes to the ZENKAI series right now, and also with the latest review of the new ZENKAI leader support from the anniversary box, this is like the perfect time. So here's my take on the Goku Black Wish deck profile, plus a little bit of explanation on how to play this deck, all with ZENKAI boosted upgrade. If you have not played this deck or played against this deck, what is this deck all about? The whole strategy and the whole mechanics of this deck can be simply summed up as denial, 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 denial. You want to play the long game, you want to control the tempo, and eventually you want to starve your opponent out precious resources during your turn and during your opponent's turn. And with a little bit of ZENKAI boost, let's see how far we can take this deck now. This leader, it's a wish leader. What you want to do here is you want to make sure you have 7 Dragon Ball into your drop area. Fortunately, the yellow Dragon Ball that comes together with the stack cohesion is such a good card. It helps you to make sure you have the correct cards into your warp. It helps you to cycle through your decks to fix your hand. And the best part is it is counted as a yellow extra card. That means Robotic Repulse, which is one of the best negate that we have in the game right now. It's online almost in turn number 1. So it is really good because Robotic Repulse also makes sure that your opponent taps things down, so it is counted as a resource denial. With the upcoming anniversary box support, Goku Wish do get a little bit of ZENKAI boost in a form of a new Z leader card. It is going to be Zamasu Righteous Iniquity. This guy itself fixes some issues with this deck. It gives a little bit more aggression because this guy is going to swing at 20k double strike. And then at the same time, it helps you to put cards back from your drop into your deck, which is a problem of mine because this deck cycles through your whole entire deck so fast. There were times that I am so afraid of drawing because I might draw myself out. So it fixes some issues, not everything, but it does fix some issues. So I really welcome this deck, this card, plus that the card itself looks so good. I really love the artwork for the new ZENKAI leader, so this card gets A+ for me. The Unison card is very important in this deck, so make sure at turn 2 you have a Rumshi in your hand. This card itself is just simply amazing. Tap 2, play him 2 markers, do a +2, it goes up to 4. Turbocharge, make sure you have the Dragon Ball into your drop area. You just awaken really fast. This guy can swing every single turn at a 15k, and because it is a +2, it gets up to 4 markers. It is not going anywhere. The best part is when this card is on the board, eventually you can just tap 2, play him again, you draw a card and choose all of your opponent's battle card in rest mode and KO them. This card is just really amazing. I love it. It is not going to be removed by battle. Yeah, it's a really good card. Turn 1 and 2 for this deck, it's where the setup begins. You want to make sure you have the Dragon Balls into your drop area, the correct cards into warp with cohesion, and making sure that you have the Unison on the board so that you can turbocharge all the Dragon Balls into your drop area. Turn 3, it's where the magic of this deck begins and the mechanic starts to kick in, and your opponent starts to realize that he is in a lot of trouble. Charge combo a Zamasu, combo a Goku Black, tap 2, play a few Zamasu Divine Condemnation. You can do it during your turn, during your opponent's turn. It really doesn't matter. Now you have a 20k indestructible blocker on the board. However, activate Aegis, untap 2 of your energy, choose one of your opponent's energy, tap it down. If you are starting first, your opponent has 3 energy, deny of 1 energy, he has 2 left. Now you have 2 energy open, tap 2, play SS Rosé Goku Black Future on the line, tap 1 of his energy down. You have a 20k indestructible blocker, you have a 15k that can swing the next turn, and your opponent is down to 1 energy on turn 3. I don't know what else he can do. Turn number 4, it's when we are going to be doing a little bit of ZENKAI boost and apply a little bit more control, cramming down your opponent and providing a little bit more pain. We have previously combo with a Zamasu and a Goku Black to bring out your few Zamasu, charge them as a Z energy and use it to pay for this card. 25k deflect barrier. When this card is being played, you choose up to one of your opponent's leader card, unison card or battle card, and they cannot attack. I would say that if your opponent has a leader leader card that says when he attacks you get to draw a card, choose his leader card, because now he cannot attack and he cannot draw a card. Remember, the whole theme, the whole mechanics of this deck, the whole strategy, it's about denying. Now you are doing exactly just that. The best part about this card is that you swing with that 25k when it's in rest mode. If you choose a Z card when your opponent plays a card, it can be a Unison card, it can be a battle card. When your opponent plays a card, you can choose one of use a Z energy, put it into your drop area, and then you can choose one of your opponent's battle card or Unison card and switch it to rest mode. You deny your opponent more and more stuff. Combine it with Putine, combine it with Mecha, Frieza, Robotic, Repulse. Your opponent is going to be having such a hard time. Remember, when he plays a card, if he chooses to play a card, he will be denying of himself using a skill or not using a skill, because Goku Blue, this Super Saiyan Blue Goku, does not care. He does not care if you're using a skill or not. Putine cares if you're using a skill, so 2 battle cards will be denied if your opponent decided to play battle cards. If your opponent decides to attack, his energy will be tapped. If you're going first, your opponent has only 4, 2 energies will be tapped, or 2 battle cards will be tapped. He chooses whatever he does. You are on the winning end. We are going to be talking about the end game now, and let me introduce to this card. Fuse Zamasu, Exterminating Force. Tap 4, play it on top of a 5-core Zamasu. This guy, it's a double striker, indestructible blocker with 35k power. So this guy has aggression, because when you swing with this card, you can when you activate Aegis, he is going to be restanding itself. So more than just tapping one of your opponent's energy down, you get to draw a card, and this guy restands. Now he is a blocker. Combine it with this Zamasu, you are going to be swinging with an additional 20k double strike, and at the end of the turn, you choose this Zamasu and it restands. So you can actually swing with this 35k double strike, and it's going to restand at the end of your turn. And now you have a card that could deny your opponent's energy, draws you a card, and a 35k double strike indestructible blocker 2 times. Why not? We are going to be talking about the extra pain. We are going to be playing 1 copy of this card. I think it is really good in this deck because it can be used for Aegis, it can use for cohesion if you want to, but if you have it during the later part of the game, you can also be playing this card. This card itself has the ability to negate the skill by doing a counterplay of your opponent's battle card. The best part about this thing is that when you activate Aegis the next time, you are just not drawing 1, you are actually drawing 3, because this card, when you activate Aegis, you draw 2 cards. So imagine you just activate Aegis, your opponent looks at you, and you draw 3. When this guy is on the board, simply amazing. This card is the embodiment of the word pain. 25k deflect double strike blocker. When he's being played, he does a board clear at the end of turn, switch him to active mode. He does not have indestructible, he does not have barrier, however he cannot be removed by skill. What is the difference? The difference is that he can be KO'd during battle, so unlike indestructible, and he can be targeted of a skill. So for example, he can be tapped down using your opponent can tap him down. But the difference is that when your opponent has a card that says, hey, ignoring barrier KO all of the opponent's battle card, this card cannot be KO'd because it acts a little bit like indestructible. It cannot be removed by skill. So it's a little bit less powerful than indestructible, but slightly better than barrier in my opinion. Okay, it really depends on the situation. However, what's good about this card, it's actually its second auto, because if your opponent even dares to activate a counter attack, your opponent is going to be denied of 2 cards. Not during just your turn, but during their turn as well. So imagine at turn 5 you play this card, or turn 6 when you slam this card down, your opponent would just have 4 energy because they cannot untap the card during their turn 2. If the card is already in rest mode, you can still choose them, because we are just fulfilling, resolving as much as we can of the effect. So you can actually choose 2 of your opponent's energy card that's already being tapped down, choose their multicolor ones please if they're playing a multicolor deck, and they cannot be switched to active mode during their turn. So it is really good. And then you have a 25k blocker that cannot be removed by skill, and you have 2 times 35k blocker that cannot be removed by skill or even KO. And then if they dare to play a battle card, you have Putine, and you have the other cards to deny them. And additionally, no matter what, they are going to be denied additionally 2 more energy. it's gonna be very difficult for them to continue. If you get onto this stage, I've taken so many pictures on my board when this stage happened. Your opponent will just tap out. Hey guys, so this is basically the deck list himself. So please put in the Z leader here because it's still not on the deck planet when I'm using this. List is down in the description below. I will put it over there because you cannot see everything here. So this is basically my deck, and I hope you understand the explanation. Not too many things going on here. It's just what I like and the ratio of how I like it to be. So yeah, I like this deck a lot. What can I say? We have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, appreciate it. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. I'm pretty active on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Link down in the description below or somewhere up here right now. Stay safe, stay healthy. Enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I really can't wait for the anniversary box to come so that I can get my Z leader. See you guys in the next video. Alright? Ciao.